Done. So let's go ahead now. Call. What is the flow action we need to call here? Customer details flow action we need to go ahead and call, because through which we are going to capture the data from the customer. So customer details flow action, that I'll give simply customer. Label is customer. Label can be anything, it's up to you. So here in the utility shape, you know how to call activity. Already we have seen that. Utility shape properties, and what is the activity name? Create customer activity. Submit this and go ahead and save this one now. So now I am going to run the flow. Okay, this screen is not required at all. So you need to go ahead and avoid this screen by selecting different option which we have discussed previously. So now I am going to give the customer data. Zip code, something I will give, doesn't matter. Submit this. So when you are going to submit this, what will happen? After this one, it will execute the activity and the data should be inserted. If it is failing somehow, you need to first look at the tracer of your activity execution. Then look at the clipboard whether the phase or creating a data is there or not. Try to troubleshoot it. So if you want to see the directly output, where you can go to the customer table, execute the flow, go to the customer table and look at the table whether the data is been inserted or not. If not, we need to troubleshoot it. Okay, so what is the customer ID? C-460, that is the work object ID. Okay, so we will continue to work on this tomorrow. Something more is there. You can wind up for today. Understand each step by step and practice it.
Harsha, I have a question regarding the OBJ save. So we have right new and
it's not tomorrow.
options, right?
Tomorrow. That is what I am talking about. We'll continue to work on this tomorrow. OBJ save right now and all.
Okay.
Commit everything. So 8 to 9 batch can quickly wind up so that 9 o'clock batch will join. Because attendees are being limited to 25 only, 8 to 9 batch can quickly wind up. Jagadish, మీరు ఈ బ్యాచ్ కి వస్తారు మరి?
Sir, any days lagging, sir?
Any days? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks lagging.
14 days ki
బ్యాకప్ ఇస్తానంటే బ్యాకప్ అంటే ప్యారలల్ గా కష్టం అయితే చాలా కష్టం అయితే నాకు విడిగా చెప్పడం కుదరదు, కష్టమైంది, చాలా కష్టం.
ఏదైనా కొత్త బ్యాచ్ స్టార్ట్ అయినప్పుడు ఆ వీక్స్ ఆ డేస్
ఈవినింగ్ ఉంటుందా మీకు? ఈవినింగ్ ఖాళీ అయినా మీరు?
ఈ వీక్ అంతా ఖాళీ.
ఈవినింగ్ వచ్చేయండి, 7:30కి స్టార్ట్ అయింది బ్యాచ్. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారంటే మీరు harshatrainings.com వెళ్ళి డెమో చూసారా? హర్ష ట్రైనింగ్స్ అని గూగుల్లో కొట్టండి, హర్ష ట్రైనింగ్స్ వెబ్సైట్ వస్తుంది. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి డెమో వీడియో ఉంటుంది. ఫస్ట్ డెమో వీడియో చూసాక నాకు పింక్ చేయండి వాట్సాప్లో. నా వాట్సాప్ నెంబర్ ఉంది నా దగ్గర. పింక్ చేస్తే నేను వేరే వీడియో పంపిస్తాను. అది చూసిన తర్వాత ఇంకో వీడియో చూడాలి. సో టుడే 3 hours యూ స్పెండ్ బిఫోర్ యూ కమ్ at 7:30. 7:30 క్లాస్కి వచ్చేసి కంటిన్యూ అయిపోండి. ఈ బ్యాచ్ కంటిన్యూ. ఓకే, రేపటికి ఫీ పేమెంట్ చేసి.
సార్ ఆల్రెడీ CSS 7.1 కంప్లీటెడ్. CSS 7.1 కోసం I get any support.
వేరే వాళ్ళ సార్ రాపిద్దాం. మీకు కావాల్సినప్పుడు ఒక 2 days ముందు చెప్పండి. ఓకే ఫైన్, చేయండి. మీరు ఆ డెమో చూసిన తర్వాత నాకు పింక్ చేయండి. ఫైన్ బై. ఈవినింగ్ 7:30, 7:15 కల్లా వచ్చేయండి. ఇది కొత్త బ్యాచ్. So what we need to work on? Exception handling, rule resolution. First we will complete exception handling and then we will go with rule resolution. Okay, write down exception handling. So what is the meaning of exception handling? So exception means whenever something fails in your application, so you need to handle that scenario. Okay, you need to provide some information about it. Say suppose here I am going to create an activity. See here, testing. So exception handling you can do in activity only, nowhere else. In the flow and all it is not possible. Say suppose I am going to create a page 1 for the class. మీదేంటిది Swiss Bank. ఓకే, ఏదో ఒకటి ఏదైనా పర్లేదు. ఓకే, మీ క్లాస్కి వెళ్దాం. ఏంటిది మీది? FR, right? So tomorrow also you have class, right? Tomorrow is the last day. ఈ రోజు ఈ 2 అయిపోయినాక ఇంకా వేరే ఉన్నాయి కొంచెం, అవి కూడా చెప్పేస్తే అయిపోతుంది, ఏమీ మిస్ అవ్వకుండా. We'll see how the application gets triggered in production and all. We will understand handling. Okay. So now let me go ahead and create an activity. So by tomorrow you will be completing your batch. What is the activity name? Some exception. Exception activity. Create and out. No branching. Multiple simultaneous development. Okay. Now I am going to define a page called page 1, and page 1 is called Swiss Bank Insurance Work. Swiss కాదు WFR, right? And output. Say suppose somehow I am going to do a property set here, age equal to something. So intentionally I am going to make it an exception. Something like this, it is being happening at runtime, which you don't know. Okay. some value divided by 0. Okay, save this activity. So this activity is being executed in the background somewhere. So the value which is being passed to age is something passing, value divided by 0. So now what will happen now? This is failing. So if you go to the tracer and say so this is failing. This kind of situations in the application you need to handle. Wherever there is a possibility to get the exceptions, you need to handle that situation. Okay. Same kind of situation where we have faced same kind of situation, right? When did we face it? Go to process and then go to flow. So I am going ahead with fetch customer. So I am going to run this now. Done. So I am going to enter customer ID, something, and I am going through the tracer. You can't find me. Customer does not exist. For UI wise it is fine. Your name? Your name? You come in. Oh, Mary Seva consultant. Just give me 1 minute online, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead now. See here, obj open is failing, so which we don't know which is happening in the background. When the customer tries to say, I want to keep a track of this, I want to handle this situation. So from UI wise, we have already handled it. So when the customer is not there, step status fail, it is going to jump to another step where in which it is setting a property, we are displaying it accordingly. So this should be keep track even in the backend also. Okay, so for that we need to go ahead and log the messages. See, if you go to Designer Studio, what is that? Application, tools, process and rules, tools. Let me check where it is. Process and tools, system operations. Okay. So Designer Studio system operations logs. If you go to here you will see log files. Path. Log files, if you click on it, here you will go and see log files path. So you need to find out the one which is Pega logs. If you click on this link, it will open the log files. So if you find any issues, any exceptions, see we have executed now with the exceptions. If you find any exceptions in the application running some issues, you need to go ahead and find out what is happening and write down here programmatically. When your program is running, you need to handle to see, because it is customer search, I should be able to handle it in the front end. So there are situations where I cannot handle in the front. Service call is coming. Someone is calling our service, win validation service. They have sent a win number 1, 2, 3 by 4, something like that. So anyway, we will do our validation somehow. So after the validation is done, say suppose internally it is failing somehow, something it is been failing. So now what you will do, which you need to go ahead and write here. So if someone reports that we have processed one win request which has failed, then how do you identify in your application? There is no front end. So you need to go ahead and write down the logs here and you need to take appropriate action accordingly. Okay, so logging here should happen into the log files. So in order to go ahead and log it, you need to go ahead and use a method called log message. Log message. And one more thing is, exception how you will handle is, if you go to activity, jump. Here you will see for each activity you will see on exception jump to latest step label. Whenever there is an exception, if you specify any label step, it will jump to label step and execute the label step. Okay, so we will go ahead and work on it now. Just let's go ahead and work on this one now. What is that? Create customer, right? Call activity I call this. Sorry, customer search. Customer search. Okay, what is the activity? Customer search activity. This is the customer search activity. Okay, let me save as this to the new version. Exception. Okay, so jump on exception. Label step I am going to jump to EXC exception. Submit this. So every time when an exception happens, it will jump to EXEC step. So we need to ignore this one. Step status fail, jump. This and all we should be removing, because first it will verify step status is failed or not. So now I will write a step where it is log message, simply speaking. And what is this? EXE, na? And what is the message you want to go ahead and log? Here it is, write down the message. Okay. So what is the message name? Message will write customer search has been failed. Customer search has been failed for customer ID. I'm not going to take any step page here. Control X for customer ID, customer details page dot cust ID. This is the customer ID I'm giving. For this customer ID, it is failing. Otherwise, you can write down DUI work pay dot cust ID. Unda customer ID asna, man automatically generate asna. Customer ID is UI such as. So log level should be info force. See, when you are going to write manually, this is the log level you need to remember. Info force is you are going to write forcefully to the log files. So let me go ahead and run this flow now and see how it behaves. And create customer, search customer. Search customer. బైక్స్ పార్కింగ్ అంటే కొంచెం లోపలికి పెట్టుకోండి, ముందుకు ఫస్ట్ నుంచి పెట్టండి, నేను అరేంజ్ చేస్తాను రేపు. ఓకే, కస్టమర్ ఐడి ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ సంథింగ్. ఓకే, లెట్ మీ గో త్రూ ద ట్రేసర్ and find me now. Okay, what is happening in the tracer we can see. Pass it. So where is our customer activity? This is what? Failing. Okay, so when the obj open fails, on exception, it should dump to which step? 3, and what is 5th step? See, 3, 4th and execute and jump in the college. It work out. Actually, identify it. We'll see, no issues. Log message is how it will work. I'll show you. So, log message has been executed. Close this. Discard. So go to the log files, Pega logs. So we have logged something. What is the message we have logged? Customer search has been failed for the customer ID SFDF. So they will come to know, okay, they have searched with the customer, this is not available. From the back end, you should be able to come to know something. So this is how you need to go ahead and use log messages. On exception, you need to jump to the later step. So either they can jump over. ఇంతకుముందు ఒక యాక్టివిటీ క్రియేట్ చేస్తే ఏంటది? టెస్ట్ యాక్టివిటీ కూడా క్రియేట్ చేసే కదా. లెట్ మీ టెస్ట్ ఇట్ హియర్. ఏదో ఒకటి పెడుతున్నట్ల డజంట్ మ్యాటర్ ఆఫ్ ద స్టెప్. Checking this. Okay, so now I am going to run this activity and trace it. Run this activity. Now it has jumped properly or what? Step 2 fail అయింది. Step 2 దగ్గర ఎగ్జిట్ అయింది. కరెక్ట్గా ఇవ్వలేదు నేను లేబుల్. exe on exception. exe అనే కదా ఇది. on exception ఇది వర్కౌట్ లేదు కానీ exe on exception. exe, this is exe. Save. కరెక్ట్గా ఉంది. వాల్యూస్ రెండు చోట్ల. This is exception started. Okay, మీరు నోట్ చేసుకోండి, ఇది వర్క్ అవుతుంది యాక్చువల్గా. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ వర్కింగ్, దిస్ పర్టికులర్ వన్ ఇస్ నాట్ వర్కింగ్ హియర్. కండిషన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇప్పుడు చూద్దాం. So you understand log message and then exception handling can be done here. It will find work in enterprise version, that is for sure. Yeah, it has jumped now, right? Okay, you need to check the checkbox in that case. Let me go ahead and check it in the obj save also, but I don't know why it is. So in 6 it is not used to work like this. 7 I am not much to use. Okay, so let's go ahead here and we'll enable the condition. That is the exception condition. This one we don't need. This one we don't need. This one we don't need. Submit and then save and check it. So now we'll see once after it executes obj open step, it should jump to 5th step. That is what the expected behavior. Let's go ahead and run the flow. Logging is fine, working perfectly. Let's go to this one. So it is executing 4th step also, no? Why it is executing 4th step? I don't know. Customer SSP, it should jump to 5th step first. Okay, it has worked fine there. Okay, so my note just good. So write down exception handling. Exception handling can be done in activity. Exception handling means, you know that any error comes, you need to handle the situation. Exception handling can be done in the activity jump. In the activity jump. Exception handling can be done in the activity jump. So write down this one. Click on the jump in the activities tab and choose the checkbox, enable the condition after the action. Okay. And here you write down on exception jump to latest step label exe. Okay, so add a step with a specified label. So you can implement it in any example wherever you want. Add a step with the specified label and use a method log message and write down this log message method. there are different log levels available. Okay, log levels are debugging, info, info forced, like this. Info forced will be used whenever you want to go ahead and log your own messages. Every time when you write log messages, you will use info forced. You are forcefully writing the log files on your own. Okay. Information means PRBC will do automatic logging. See, I have shown you already. When exception happens, PRBC is automatically doing. So internally, it will use this method, log message. It will use info. Debugging means it will go ahead and log what rule is running. Okay, which step is running, which method is running. So everything in detail. Debug means step by step will be logged. Usually you will not choose debugging level. Debugging level, if you choose, what will happen? Log file size will increase. You will not do that. Okay. So debugging means it is complete logging. Okay. Alert will be there. Alert logs, that is. So this is what exception handling normally. Okay. In services and all, connect scope and all, how you will do exception handling. How to do exception handling in connectors. So I'll tell you how they will do. I'll show you here. Connectors are services. How to do exception handling. So where is the service? This is the connect soap rule. So open connect soap rule. Scroll down. Here you'll see error handling. Right now. Open connect soap rule. So how to do exception handling in connectors, right now? Exception handling in connectors or services can be done. Exception handling in connectors or services can be done by calling error handler flow. By calling error handler flow, flow name equal to connection problem. Okay, done. So now here if you see this, here you can go ahead and do the exception handling by calling the connection problem flow. Open the connect soap rule, open connect soap rule and scroll down error handler flow connection problem. This is the where you will handle the exception. How it works, I'll tell you. Okay, so let me open error handler flow and give you an understanding. Is clear? Let me open this now. See, okay, this is open this now. Okay, this is the connection problem flow. If you want to customize it, you need to save as it into your rule set and then customize it to create and open. So see here now. So what does this error handler flow will do? We will go ahead and understand. See, it is having a decision. First of all, see, every time when an exception happens, automatically PRBC in a service or connector, exception happens, PRBC will execute this flow automatically. Okay, right now. When an exception happens in connectors or services, PRBC will automatically execute. PRBC will automatically execute the connection problem flow. PRBC will automatically execute the connection problem flow when we call it in the connectors or service rules. When we call it in the connectors or service rules. When we call it in the connectors or service rules. So now you see here, this is the flow which is already built in. Okay, this is the decision shape which where they are using fork. Okay, they are using fork. For your understanding, I am going to write it. So fork has been used. So in one direction, they are verifying resource unavailability. Means what is the meaning of resource unavailable? Suppose you are making a connection with other system. So you are calling web service. The other system is shut down. Means resource is not available. So that situation will be handled. If resource is unavailable, means the other system is down, target system is down, it will go in this direction. If the resource is available, means it will go this direction. So what is happening when the resource is unavailable? It is waiting to retry. So it is coming here and there is an assignment shape where in which they are transferring it to work basket, one of the work basket called incomplete collections. You are not required to use this. You can use your own work basket. You will create one work basket. What is that? Resource unavailable failed tasks. Okay, you will assign to some operator. Whenever your connection problem is there, resource is unavailable, it will go and sit in this work basket. So the respective team will open the task and they will reinitiate it accordingly. Okay. So this is the work basket where in which it will go ahead and sit. This is the assignment where in which it will go ahead and call. See, service level is being given with a retry connection. What is the service level agreement? We will see. So now, what is the flow action which is being called? We will see. So resume flow. This is likelihood 55. Resume flow means open it. So this is action that is being used. So problem type is something they are displaying. Connector to take. It will display in the drop down. They will come here and they will choose from the drop down values and then they will click on submit. It will be retried. Manually they will retry it. Okay. Now next, if you go ahead, this is one direction. There is another direction that is called cancel assignment. So if you want to go ahead in this direction 45, so it will in this flow action, if you go ahead and execute, you will be provided with the facility to cancel the assignment. Means this workout I don't need, this failed, right? For some reason I don't need it. Actually, if I choose cancel, this will be completely closed work object. That is what cancel assignment is doing. So next, what will happen if when you resume the flow, it will go ahead and execute utility, restart problem flow. Okay, so it will go ahead and execute a utility. One of the utility means activity. So restart the problematic flow called from the flow problems. The utility restarts the last activity status and resumes the flow. So what will happen after you complete this assignment? It will come to this restart the problem flow. It will execute your flow again. Wherever it has stopped previously, from that moment it will start execution. So what will happen? Your service action will be taken, proceed further. Okay. So this is one way. Now in another way, what it is doing, when the resource is available, it is calling a subflow called flow problems. Open it. This is something difficult to understand. So actually you are not required to understand this and you are not required to go ahead. Usually what we will do is, we will not use this. We will remove it. So when the resource is available, but if there is some issue which you cannot identify, what you will do is, you will put a utility shape and you will do the log message of what is the PY error message. There are properties are there. What are the properties you need to log? You will understand from here itself. You need to log these properties. Yeah, here you go. PY status value, PY status message, PY invocation exception, PY HTTP response code. So these are the properties which you need to log in the log message, and then next you will create an assignment, the same assignment like work basket you will transfer. Okay, for resume purpose. The same way one thing difference you can do is in the other direction also you can go ahead and put the same way, same thing, where in which you can retry it again. But one more thing you need to do is logging. For what reason it has failed, you need to understand. If it is resource unavailability, automatically it will log for resource unavailability. Resource available, but there is some other issue which we don't know. You need to log the messages of status message and all, why it is failing and all, and then you will write, you will copy this part and paste it here in this direction. That is enough. Done. Okay. So this is a predefined flow. Even though you do not customize, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, predefined flow which is already available. Okay. So you need to remember this work basket name, incomplete connections. Okay. So write down. Whenever exception happened, it will already it will execute this particular flow called, what is the flow name? Connection problem. So write down in the connection problem flow, it will check for the resource unavailability. In the connection problem flows, it will check for the okay, in previous flow, it will check for the resource unavailability and sends the work object to incomplete connections work basket and sends the work object to incomplete connections work basket. Incomplete connections and sends the work case to the work basket incomplete connections. Okay, write down where we can do one, we can take one of the two actions, either of the two actions, where we can take either of the below two actions. One is first one, resume problem flow. One is resume problem flow. Second one is cancel assignment. Cancel assignment. Cancel. Second one is cancel assignment. Okay, when we resume the problem flow, it will execute restart problem flow utility. When we resume the problem flow, when we resume the problem flow, it will execute restart problem flow utility. Done? So that's it. So this will be available in Connect SQL also. Connect SQL lo kuda call chesukochu. Okay. Done. So this is one exception only. So we'll go ahead and see now, understand this one. What is that? Rule resolution process. Okay, write down rule resolution. Write down rule resolution is an internal algorithm Rule resolution is an internal algorithm which gets executed which gets executed every time when a rule is is being requested. A rule is being requested. Every time when a rule is being requested, okay? By a requested, okay. Next item. Rule resolution depends on below criteria. First one, rule availability. Circumstance అయిపోయింది మీకు. Second one, first one is rule availability. Second one, circumstance. Okay, first one ఏం రాశారు? First one is rule cache. First one is rule cache. కొట్టేయద్దు, పైన ఒకటి యాడ్ చేయండి. ఎందుకు కొట్టేస్తారు? రెండోది కూడా కొట్టేయాలి అప్పుడు. First one is rule cache, second one is rule availability, third one is circumstance, fourth one is second one ఏంటి? Yeah, fourth one is rule authorization. So based on all these things, it will go ahead and process the rule. We will So first we will understand cache and all later. First circumstance anyway, you know, we have already got understanding of that. Rule authorization, you know how rule authorization happens. So access group, tells me, what is access group? Even రాసారు notes లో రాసారా access group గురించి ఎప్పుడైనా? What is access group? Access group is an intermediate between operator and access rules, operator and application, operator and portal. చెప్పాను కదా ఆల్రెడీ. చెప్పాను operator and portal కి మధ్యలో access group ఉంటుంది. Operator కి application కి మధ్యలో. See, if you go to operator and this is the access group that is assigned to him. If you open the access group, see here, access group defines the portal that can be given to operator. It defines the application that can be accessed by operator. It also defines the roles of the operator. Okay, so access group is intermediate between these three things. Now see here, authorization part. When you come here, say suppose I am going to run this flow. Okay, let me go ahead and go to records, integration services. Suppose I am going to open a connect soap rule. Where is it? Connect soap service. Connect soap etundi. Okay, some service file rule I am going to open. So what is the service file rule which we have? FFR Wells Fargo, right? FFR customer package. So I can open this, right? I can open this and execute it because I have access. Now open this. Oh, this I am able to open. I want to open everything. How would I open? Okay. So class contains Swiss అనుకుందాం. So I have another one, OCBC new customer. Okay, apply this. Some OCBC. And name రావట్లా. Swiss లో చెప్పలేదు ఇంకా. Ready ఉంది. Okay, I'll do this way. So మనది వరకు సెర్చ్ అవుతున్నా. Okay, application. How do I open other rules which are not available for me to access? Connector skill I think. Integration connectors. Connect soap ఎక్కడ ఉందండి? Yeah, it is opening everything it seems. It is also not opening, right? Updated on. Update layer. So for double F for para sample admin. Service name contains series. Dynamic system settings చూద్దాం. DSS ఎక్కడ ఉంది? We have created DSS entries. Okay, this is another authorization. I will find out one rule and show you. First, we will go ahead with rule availability. So every rule which we have created so far. So write down rule availability. We will understand one by one, and finally we will see rule resolution. Rule availability we will go ahead and see. Okay, you have one flow called personal vehicle information, right? Let me open the flow. Process, flow, personal vehicle information here. So let me run this one now. So when I run this, it is populating the drop down values of company, Audi, Benz, Tata, right? So what is this property? You know the property, right? What is the property? Company property. So company property is there in Wells Fargo 010101. Let me open all the rule sets for our understanding. 010102 I am going to unlock it because I want to create it here. 03 also I will unlock. Okay, done. So now company property, what I am going to do is I am going to save as into new rule set called 010104 అనుకుందాం. Okay, let me go ahead with 03. Create and open. Okay, it is saying it is already there in 1. That's fine. In 3 I am going to create Again in 03 I am going to enter only two values. Save this. Second. Done. So the same rule I am going to create in another version now. In 04 I am going to create in 04 also. Okay, fine. 04 I am going to add few more values. For our understanding, this is 04. Save this and check in. This value you get means it is fourth version, and second version let me go back and check out. For your understanding, I will give the value in this way. This is 02 now. 03 yeah. 03. This is 03. Save. Check in this. So initial version I am not going to make any changes. It is 01 only. Okay. 02 it's not at all there. See, we will talk about how this will be picked and all. Okay. So before we proceed, here you see something called, for any rule if you open, you will see availability. Here you will see something called available. Here there are 5 options for availability, rule availability. So the 5 different options are available, not available, block or final withdraw. So what happens when you change these options, we will see for each. By default it is available. Okay, write down. When we create any rule, the rule availability of a rule by default is available. The rule availability of a rule by default is available. Okay, na? So now it is available means what is the meaning of available? I'll tell you. So if any rule you find with availability available means, okay, write down one more point, put a star mark and write down, after that I will. So rule availability decides whether to process this rule or prevent the rule from the processing. Decides whether to process this rule or prevent the rule from the processing. It will decide whether to process this rule or prevent the rule from the processing. Thus, that will be decided by the rule availability. Okay. Let's go ahead now and understand. Write down available. Start writing available. When the rule availability is available, the rule can be given to processing and also the rule can be given to processing, and also it can be copied from any rule set to any other rule set. It can be copied from any rule set to any other rule set. It can be copied from any rule set to any other rule set. Okay. So what is the meaning of this statement is, see, if the availability is available means if you execute it, fine, it will be executed, no issues. It can be copied from any rule set, any other rule set, meaning, did we do this before? When we have done this? ఇప్పుడు నా చేసామా కాపీ చేయటం, కాపీ అంటే సేవ్ యాజ్. When any other rule set to any other rule set, same rule set you can do, that's fine. Did we do this copying from other rule set to our rule set or something? చేసాం, చాలాసార్లు చేసాం. When we have done this, when you work with perform harness, we copied perform harness from predefined rule set to our rule set. When we work with py default data transform, we copied py default data transform to predefined rule set to our rule set. గుర్తుండాలి. Like this, you can copy a rule from, that means P by default data transfer rule availability is available and your performance rule availability is available. That's why you are able to copy it with the same name. Okay? Clear? That is what available. Write down next one, second one. Final. Write down final. When this rule availability is final, the rule is available during processing. When the rule availability is final, the rule is available during processing. But the rule cannot be copied into any other rule set. But the rule cannot be copied into any other rule set. So now see here, there is one of the predefined section. So what is this section? Tell me, what is this section, where it has been used in Pega? Section ekkada ichchesaru Pegalo. This is operator ID section. Say suppose I want to make changes to the operator ID format. Can I make changes? What should I do if I want to make changes? I need to save as. So let me try to save as this. Create and open into my rule set. What it is saying? This instance conflicts with final record. What is the meaning of this? Let's go ahead and see. The rule availability is final. So here they have selected already final. Means you cannot copy it. You cannot make changes to the existing operator ID screen. That is not possible. Clear? Okay. Clear? Right. That is what the meaning. Already Rasara. Cannot be copied into any other rule set. Okay. That is final. Next write down. What is the next? Next is not available. When the rule availability is not available, PRPC ignores the current version of the rule. PRPC ignores the current version of the rule and proceeds with the hierarchy of rule set version. Proceeds in the rule set version hierarchy and proceeds in the rule set version hierarchy and picks the rule from the previous version and picks the rule from the previous version. And picks the rule from the previous version. Okay, so let's see now. So by default it is available, right? Let me go ahead and run customer transit personal vehicle information flow. If I run this flow, what is happening? We'll see. See, it is loading company. So company has how many values? RD by this is 4. So when you execute a rule, see the company rule is there in version 1, version 3, version 4. When I execute, when I am requesting for company through personal vehicle information flow action, so which version it is picking? Always PRPC will pick highest version of the rule. That is by default happens. That you need to remember. Okay. Now what I am going to do is version 4 I am going to open. This is version 4. Okay, let me close everything. Say suppose you have company property here. Open it. So which version has been opened? 4. If you want to open previous versions, you need to go to actions, view versions, and from here you can open. If you want to open and see previous versions. For any rule, if you go to actions and view versions, you will see all available versions of the rule. Okay? You can open from here. So now version 4 has these values. Every time when I execute, it is executing version 4 only. Now what I am going to do is for version 4 I am going to choose not available and then save and then check in. Done. Now I am going to run the flow. ఏంటిది ఫ్లో నేమ్ పర్సనల్ వెహికల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఫ్లో వేర్ కంపెనీ డ్రాప్ డౌన్ is there. So where the rule is being picked from? Version 3. So version 4, when you say it is not available, at runtime PRPC ignores that particular version. It will proceed in the rule set hierarchy to the previous version. Version 3. Now tell me, if I withdraw version 3, what will happen? So if I choose not available for version 3 also, what will happen? It will take version previous version. Version 2 is there, it will take. Otherwise, go to version 1 and take from version. Clear? Now, let me go ahead and save as company property to the parent class. What is the pattern parent of work class? Wells Fargo. In the pattern, the parent is Wells Fargo. Here I am going to give the value pattern parent. Simply for your understanding and check it. So now the same property is available here also. If you go to this class, data model, property, company property is also there in the parent class. What is going on? Very efficient. Never a fan. ఎందుకని చూడడం అట్లా where is it? ఆల్రెడీ ఉంది ఓవరాల్ ఏంటి ప్రాపర్టీ మీద రైట్ క్లిక్ చేసి డిలీట్ చేయడం లేదు బాగానే ఓపెన్ అయింది ఇక్కడ అక్కడి నుంచి నీకు బ్రాంచ్ లో ఉందా డిలీట్ చేయండి ఓకే ఐ విల్ సేవ్ as this into parent class. So parent class I am going to save as, create and open. So now the same property is there in the pattern parent also in the highest version, whatever the version it is. Okay, so it is there in the pattern parent also. Now if I execute, it will take regularly from normal class only. Okay, next proceeding further here. Hello, class lo unna 15 minutes cheppu ara. Okay, now see here I am going to open the highest version property. So I am going to change the availability to withdrawn. So when you go ahead and change the availability to withdrawn, what will happen? We'll see. Okay, I am going to run this now. Run the personal vehicle information. ఏమైందండి ఏం చేస్తాను విత్డ్రాన్ అని పెట్టింది ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఓపెన్ అవట్లా. Let me restart the server once. So we'll understand rule availability today and we'll understand rule resolution tomorrow, and something else we'll understand, we'll wind up. Let me start the server. So close, you can wind up. We'll see tomorrow then. Tomorrow we'll see and we'll complete. You know what I know? That would choose a type. Or it's 10:20. So let's see. Let's talk about it tomorrow. Yes.